The UFC is back in the Meta Apex this weekend with a lightweight banger between Renato Moicano and Chris Duncan, the old guy versus the new guy. It's a solid main event, a solid 5-round scrap between two guys who are going to bring it. In this video, I'm going to be giving you guys all my quick picks, my quick predictions for UFC Vegas 115. Before we go ahead and get into the video, drop it down in the comments down below who you guys are picking in the main event, and let's go ahead and get it started with the early prelim opener of Dion Barboza versus Melissa Gatto. I gotta be honest, this card is not amazing. It's not great. You know, this is some Apex slop, but we've got some decent fights on this card. There's a few fights that I'm interested in. This is not one of them, I'm just gonna be honest, but I'm gonna go with Dion Barboza to win this fight. This should be a 29-28. Could be a split decision. Dion got robbed in her last fight against Karine Silva, in my opinion. I thought she had the bigger moments. I thought she got her grappling off. She looked really good in the grappling. I think she'll win this fight by decision. Just out-grapple Melissa Gatto, who's been very inactive in the UFC so far. So I'm going to go Dion Barboza by decision as the quick pick. We move on to the next fight, a fight that I am interested in. Azamat Bakoyev versus Trishan Gorman. I like Azamat Bakoyev. I got to be honest. I like Azamat Bakoyev. I watched him live in Vancouver get absolutely destroyed by Yusri Belgari, but that loss has aged like wine. I got to be honest, that loss has aged very well because Yusri is very good. Belgari is very, very good, and I picked him against Mansour Abdulmalik. He destroyed Mansour Abdulmalik worse than he destroyed Azamat Bakoyev, and I think Bakoyev wins this fight. This is a great bounce-back fight for him. He's fighting a guy who has had a very iffy UFC career in Trishan Gore. You know, he's got a nasty guillotine, but outside of that, he's got nothing. He's got nothing for Azamat Bakoyev, and do we really think Trishan Gore is going to standing guillotine that neck of Azamat Bakoyev? I don't see it. I don't see it happening, so I'm going to go Azamat Bakoyev to win this fight by first round KO. I think he's going to find a first round KO as long as he's not worried after his last loss and he still fights like he always does, marching forward, bombing away, throwing those overhand rights and overhand lefts. If he cuts off the cage here in the smaller octagon in the Apex, does it properly, I think he'll put out Trishan Gore early. So give me Azamat Bakoyev by TKO or by KO in the first round. I think Trishan Gore took a lot of damage against Marco Tulio as well, like too much damage, CTE level damage. So I think Azamat Bakoyev is going to get this one done by first round knockout, man, as a quick pick. We move on. Alice Pereira versus Haley Cowan. Another fight I don't give a shit about. I'm going to be honest. This fight is terrible. Alice Pereira is not UFC level. Haley Cowan is not UFC level. Let's just call it what it is. Pereira is very young, and this is not Alex Pereira's sister, okay? This is not the Alice Pereira, okay? It's a different one. So this is just Alice Pereira, some random girl who's got her way into the UFC because she's young. I believe, is she Mexican or is she Brazilian? She's got Pereira. She's got to be Brazilian. And she got her way into the UFC, but she lost her debut against Montserrat Rendon. Montserrat freaking Rendon. Terrible loss, but you know, she showed that she can move forward, she can throw shots. Haley Cowan, decent wrestler. She lost to Nora Cornell in her last one, got subbed in the second round, I believe. But I'm going to go with Alice Pereira to win this fight. Very unconfident pick, I'm going to be honest, but I'm going to go with a younger girl who hasn't had injuries like Haley Cowan has, who is still raw in her career, but who hasn't taken any damage or any beating or anything, and who's going to march forward, who's going to look good in the judge's eyes. So I'm going to go Alice Pereira by decision as the quick pick. We move on to the next fight. Man, what is this fight? This is the definition of Apex slop. We haven't seen either of these guys fight in years. Look at their shorts. Look at their shorts. Lando Venata hasn't fought in 3 years. Darius Flowers, I believe, hasn't fought in 3 years. This is a slop fight. Pure Apex slop right here. Very unconfident pick. Another unconfident pick. I'm going to go Darius Flowers or Darius Flowers. I think Flowers, you know, he's going to be bigger. I think he's going to be bigger. Even though these guys same height, I think he's going to be bigger. I think he's going to have more pop on his shots. And he's taking less damage than Lando Venata. Plus, Venata hasn't fought in a few years. Darius Flowers neither, but I think Darius Flowers is a bit better than Lando Venata. I have nothing really to say about this fight. I can't give you the in-depth breakdown of Lando Venata versus Darius Flowers. If you're here for that, get off the video. I mean, this is not the kind of breakdown that we want to be seeing in the Apex, but it's Apex slop, and this is just what the UFC gives us, I guess. You know, this is the kind of card that they put together, and they're like, yeah, people will watch it. People will watch it. It's UFC, right? People will watch this card. We probably will anyway. I probably will anyway, but I'm going to go Darius Flowers to win this fight by decision, by like super close decision, some just unks going at it, man. I'm going to go Darius Flowers by decision as a quick pick. We move on. Alessandro Costa versus Stuart Nickel. Alessandro Costa coming off that loss to very good contender. I forget his name. Got TKO'd in the third round, though. I'm trying to remember. He trains with Josh Van. Very good guy. He's on a 2-fight win streak now, looking really good in the UFC. But I think Alessandro Costa is going to win this fight. Stuart Nicholas had a very iffy career as well. You know, he was undefeated coming into the UFC, looked like a potential prospect, and then got subbed by Jesus Aguilar out cold in his debut with that guillotine, and then just lost to that little Brazilian guy from Shoot the Box in Rio not that long ago, and he just didn't show much in that fight. He didn't show much. You know, he's kind of hittable. He's just there. He's marching forward. He doesn't do anything. So I think Alessandro Costa should pick him apart. And honestly, I think he should finish him. I think he should. But I'm going to go Alessandro Costa to win this fight by late round submission. I think he's going to get a rear naked choke on Stuart Nickel, who has shown a good scramble game, but doesn't protect his neck. He gives up his neck. He gives up his back. I think Alessandro Costa is going to take advantage of that. He's got good jiu-jitsu. He trains with Diego Lopez, with Alexa Grasso. So I think Alessandro Costa's got a good bounce back fight here against Stuart Nickel. Give me Costa as a quick pick by submission. We move on. Jose Delano versus Robert Ruchala. Polish power. Not with Robert Ruchaldo. I'm going to go Jose Delano to win this fight. I think Delano is a very good prospect, a very seasoned prospect. When he was on the Contender Series, I believe this guy's record is like 15-4, something like that. He was on the regional scene, did very, very good. Came into the Dana White Contender Series, absolutely picked apart his opponent. And his opponent was so tough. The Argentinian guy took so much damage, took so many big shots, didn't go out. I think this will be the same case. I think Robert Ruchala is very tough, very hard to finish, very durable, and I think he's going to make it competitive. But I think Jose Delano is going to be able to pick him apart on the back foot, march him down, keep that high and tight guard, and just hit him with big shots over the top. I think Robert Ruchala is going to need to get takedowns to win this fight, and I don't see it happening. He had a close fight with Gomez, with the French guy. But, you know, he didn't do too much in that fight. He didn't. You know, he grappled and he had some good moments. He took his back, but he couldn't get any dominant position, couldn't really find anything, look for a choke. I don't see him choking out Jose Delano. So I'm going to go Delano by TKO. I think he's going to finish Robert Ruchala, kind of a up against the fence TKO. I know that's a weird prediction, but I'm going to go Jose Delano by late round TKO, up against the fence. Body shots are going to be key here to break down Robert Ruchala, and I think he's going to get it done by TKO. We move on to the next fight, Guilherme Pat versus Thomas Peterson. Apex slop. Just absolute apex slop. 5-0 Guilherme Pat. Very untested in the UFC. Thomas Peterson, you know, he's been here for a while. He's shown a good grappling game. He's fought some of these decent guys. Vitor Petrino was his last fight. He got knocked out, but he grappled with him. He did good. Guilherme Pat beat that guy from Dana White Contender Series in his debut. It was a so-so fight. Guilherme Pat has good power. He's got good power, I'll tell you that. He's got good hands. He throws with intent. You know, he could knock out Thomas Peterson, but I do think Peterson's going to wrestle here. And I think he's going to get Guilherme Pat down because we saw Guilherme Pat struggles with the wrestling. His opponent, who was very bad, in my opinion, struggled to keep up on the feet, Guilherme Pat. So I'm going to go Thomas Peterson by decision or by submission. I think he's going to get Guilherme Pat down. I think he's going to be on top of him, and he's going to be raining down shots, potentially gets the back, maybe finds a choke. Guilherme Pat's way bigger, way stronger, way more dangerous. But I just think Thomas Peterson's wrestling is too much. So give me Thomas Peterson as a quick pick by decision or by submission. We move on to the main card opener. Tommy McMillan versus Manolo Zucchini. We got Timu Sean O'Malley up in here, all right? Tommy McMillan, guns. He's getting a layup. He's a minus 1,000 favorite. I think it's literally a crazy line, but it's meant to be. Manolo Zucchini has, I think he's got one fight in the UFC, or maybe two. He got obliterated in both, or one. I know he lost to Morgan Charrier, got knocked out in the first round, or the second round with the body kick. He's very susceptible to the body shots. And I think Tommy McMillan should just run through this guy. I think he should finish this guy in round one or round two. McMillan had a scrap on Dana White Contender Series with that Armenian guy that trains with Arman Sarukian. Really good fight. Very close fight as well. But I think Tommy McMillan should win this fight. I think he should win this fight by finish. This is a layup. It's a fight. They want to build this guy up. The Sean O'Malley 2.0 at, is he at lightweight? No, I think he's at featherweight. They want to build this guy up anyway. So I'm going to go Tommy McMillan. Round one, round two, TKO. I think he should finish Manolo Zucchini. Might find a sub. He is really good on the ground. And he's got almost 100% finish rate. So I'm going to go Tommy McMillan. Round one, round two finish. Gets this one done inside the distance. They're going to build up this Timu Sean O'Malley. Give me Tommy McMillan as the quick pick. We move on to a decent fight. Ethan Ewing versus Rafael Estevam. This is a very good fight, honestly. Ethan Ewing, amazing debut. Like 2 days short notice, beats Malcolm Wellmaker, super hyped up prospect. He was a big underdog, came in, beat Malcolm Wellmaker by decision, just outboxed him, outdogged him in that fight. and he's fighting Rafael Estevam, undefeated, moving up from flyweight. Now he's moving up to bantamweight because he was struggling to make the weight there. He was looking like a really good flyweight prospect, but he just could not make that weight. So he's at bantamweight now. This is a good fight, and it's a tough one. It's a really tough one because a lot of people are on Ethan Ewing this week, and there's a few people on Rafael Estevam because Estevam is undefeated. He's got phenomenal wrestling. We haven't seen Ethan Ewing's wrestling get tested, but I'm still going to go with Ethan Ewing to win this fight. I think he's the bigger dog. I think he's the guy that's going to go out there and he's going to just keep pushing this pace, this crazy, crazy pace that's not going to let Rafael Estevam off the hook. Even if Estevam constantly shoots takedowns, I think Ethan Ewing's going to stuff, get back up, bomb away, and win a decision here. So give me Ethan Ewing by decision. I think he's going to outwork Rafael Estevam, even though Estevam's going to be shooting takedowns nonstop, looking for the back. He's got great control. I think he's going to be the smaller fighter. You know, moving up to bantamweight, I think Ethan Ewing's going to be bigger, more physical, more powerful. So give me Ethan Ewing as a quick pick by decision. We move on to the next fight, Abdulrahman Yakyayev versus Brenson Ribeiro. That is a crazy name. Yakyayev is dangerous. Very, very dangerous finisher. Big prospect in the light heavyweight division, and that's why they're giving him the Brenson Ribeiro test. This should be a free win for Yakyayev. The dude's like minus 1,500. Unbettable. Crazy, crazy line. He should get this done in round one. He should get it however he wants, by submission, by knockout. It should be an easy win for Abdulrahman Yakyayev. He's got back-to-back round one, like 30-second finishes. He just finished that bum, I forget his name. I forgot, Rafael something. Rafael Cerqueira finished him round one, head kick into the rear naked choke. He's nasty. He wants to get it done early, and he doesn't waste any time. Dana White Contender Series, he got a 30-second knockout. This dude wastes zero time, and Brenson Ribeiro needs some time to build into a fight, so I think it's a terrible matchup for him. I think Abdul Yakyayev is going to get this one done by first-round finish within the first couple minutes, by submission or by knockout. This should be easy for Abdulrahman Yakyayev. Give me Yakyayev as the quick pick by round one finish. We move on to the co-main event. We're already at the co-main. Dude, these are real quick picks because honestly, these fights are so mid. These are like so mid. Verna Jandiroba versus Tabitha Ricci. What can I say about this fight? Verna's older now. She's slowing down. She could have been champ. I thought she could have won that fight. You know, got outworked a little bit, but it was a very close fight. She was like one judge scorecard away from being champ right now. And Tabitha Ricci is on the come up. You know, she lost to Yan Xiaonan by decision. Got absolutely pieced in China. But then she just beat, what's her name? The other Brazilian girl. She beat her by round one knockout. Really nice knockout from Tabitha Ricci. But this is a big step up. And she's the much smaller girl with a much worse wrestling. I'm shocked Verna Jandiroba is the underdog here. She was almost the champion. She was literally a judge's scorecard away from being champ. She could have won that fight. I think Verna's still really good. Even at 37 years old, I think she's very good. Her grappling is going to be too much here. I think she's going to be too physical for Tabitha Ricci, who's a very small strawweight. And you're a strawweight and you're still small. And Tabitha Ricci doesn't grapple anymore. She just strikes. So I'm going to go Verna Jandiroba by decision. This should be a wrestle-heavy fight for Verna Jandiroba. Now, we are in Vegas, so it could get a little dicey with the scorecards. We've seen Tabitha Ricci get some absolute robbery decisions against girls like, what's her name? Oh my God, the vet, the 40-year-old. You guys know who I'm talking about. She's gotten some robbery decisions. This could be one of those robbery decisions, but I'm going to go Verna Jandiroba by decision, out-grapples, out-wrestles Tabitha Ricci, and that's really all it comes down to. She out-wrestled Yan Xiaonan, which is very impressive, really good win, and Verna was on a huge win streak before losing to Mackenzie Dern, so I'm going to go Verna Jandiroba by decision. I'm going to trust her wrestling, trust her grappling, and her physicality, and her chiwiwis look to beat Tabitha Ricci. Give me Verna Jandiroba as the quick pick. We move on to the main event, Renato Moicano versus Chris Duncan. This is the only fight on the card, one of the only fights on the card I'm excited for, and it should be a good one. It should be a good one. 5 rounds. Both these guys have trained at ATT together. Both these guys are former training partners. Chris Duncan's talked about the fact that Renato Moicano, you know, he's fought him, he's wrestled him, he's been submitted by him. He's never submitted Renato Moicano. And I think that's a good sign for Renato Moicano. I think Moicano's going to win this fight. I really want to go with Chris Duncan. He's my guy. You know, he's been an underdog lock for so many times, and he's beat so many good guys. Just beat Terrence McKinney. Before that, he beat Matusz Rebecki. Before that, he beat, was it Balagioki or was it Chris Vucenic? He beat Vucenic by sub. Like, Chris Duncan's on a great streak right now, and he's a dog, and he's got great cardio. He's very durable, very hard to finish. He's never going to quit on himself. But that's why I think Renato Moicano is going to find a submission here. I think this is the perfect fight for Renato Moicano to bounce back. He just lost to Beneil Dariush. Before that, lost to Islam. He seems like he doesn't really want to fight anymore. But this is a good fight for Renato Moicano. People forget, man. He beat Benoit Saint Denis only a year and a half ago. Absolutely mauled Benoit Saint Denis. And Benoit would do unspeakable things to Chris Duncan. So I think Renato Moicano is going to win this fight. And I think he's going to get a submission win here. I think it's going to be a scrap for like 2 rounds. And then Renato's going to get a rear naked choke in the 3rd, maybe 4th round, or 2nd or 3rd round. I think rear naked choke for Renato Moicano. I don't think he's going to finish Chris Duncan with ground and pound. I think Chris Duncan's too tough. He's not going to go out. He's going to, go down on his shield. Or go out with his shield, and I think Renato Moicano is going to have to choke him out. So I'm going to go Renato Moicano, rear naked choke, round 2, round 3. I think it's going to be a scrap round 1. Chris Duncan is going to get the better of the exchanges on the feet, but once Renato Moicano gets in close, gets him to the mat, I think he's going to dominate him there. So give me Renato Moicano, round 2, round 3 submission. I think he's going to find a rear naked choke on Chris Duncan. I do hope Chris Duncan wins because he's very entertaining, man. This guy's so fun, and I'd love to see a Scotland fight night. That'd be amazing. He's their best prospect out of Scotland. Obviously, you got the girl that fought last weekend, Casey O'Neill, but Chris Duncan would be a great lightweight prospect, and he would be a great guy to have in the rankings. But I think Renato Moicano is going to lock it down here by submission. Give me Renato Moicano by submission as the quick pick. Those are all my quick picks for UFC Fight Night Vegas 115. Not a great card. I'm just going to be honest. Not a great card. Not a great betting card. Not a great card to make money on or to predict, but those are all my picks. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, go down in the description down below. You can check out my winnable. We've been profitable for 4 of 5 weeks, so go check that out, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you.